Do any of you like to watch old movies?
Yeah.
I do. I actually like movies just in general, and in fact, whether a movie is old or new, if I like the movie, I'll watch it again and again. That's how I know that I like the movie, right? I want to see it more than once. So the other day, I decided that I wanted to see The Wizard of Oz again. Have you all seen The Wizard of Oz? I bet some of you have seen it more than once. And you may be saying, well, what made you want to see The Wizard of Oz? Was it wicked? No. I just saw it was coming on TV and I decided to take a look at it again. I haven't actually seen Wicked. I don't have anything against it. I'm not hating on it. But for some reason, like musicals in general, I struggle to get into them. I tried to watch Hamilton, but after about 5 minutes of the singing cats, I had to turn it off. But The Wizard of Oz, I do like The Wizard of Oz. I was watching it the other day, and something occurred to me. Back when they were making that movie, you know, they didn't have streaming, they didn't have DVDs, they didn't have videotapes, they didn't have reruns on TV. If you saw a movie back then, that meant that you dragged your ass to the movie theater and bought a ticket, right? And even that was culturally very different from what it evolved into. You didn't have this phenomenon of these 12-year-old girls going to the theater 100 times to see Titanic. Which, if you think about it, those 12-year-old girls that went to the theater 100 times to see Titanic, they're old as hell now. Isn't that weird? They're like the old lady in Titanic. Father Time is undefeated. It really makes you think, but I digress. My point is, if you were the director of The Wizard of Oz, his name was Victor Fleming. I know that because, of course I do. Look at me. If you were Victor Fleming, your expectation would be that maybe, if you were lucky, people would see your movie one time in their entire lives. And for that reason, the shots were framed very differently. For example, I'm watching the movie the other day, and I get to the scene where the Wicked Witch of the West gets melted down. Spoiler alert, the Wicked Witch of the West gets melted down. That 85 years to see the movie. Maybe next time see Titanic 99 times and Wizard of Oz once. Anyway, this is how the movies were different. At the very beginning of that scene, I'm like, bucket of water! There is a, hey witch! Hey witch! Hey, listen to me, you are in imminent danger! And now you're thinking, well, why the hell were you trying to help the Wicked Witch of the West? First of all, she's the bad guy. Second of all, she's a fictional fucking character, so she can't hear you. I don't know. I just felt bad for the Wicked Witch of the West in that moment. But my point is, if you were making that movie now, you wouldn't have the bucket of water visible at the beginning of the scene, because for people that have already seen the movie, it's a distraction. If you were Victor Fleming, you would have been like, you know what? As far as I know, a bunch of batshit crazy 12-year-old girls are going to see this movie 100 times. So let's leave the bucket of water out of sight until we need it. But you know something? Let's talk about the bucket of water for a second. I am fascinated by the bucket of water. If you've ever read the novel, and I have read the novel, of course I have, look at me. When the Wicked Witch of the West is melting down, she and Dorothy have a conversation about it. She's like, oh my God, how could this be happening to me? This is the one thing that could destroy me. This is my one weakness. And Dorothy is like, well, shit, dude, I didn't know. You think I was trying to kill you? I've been throwing buckets of water on people my whole life. I've never gotten this fucking result. And yes, that is word for word from the novel. They toned down Dorothy's language for the movie. But yeah, what's a bucket of water doing there? That's like you go over to Superman's house. We can't go in this room. This is where I keep my kryptonite. Hey. Hey. Do you think maybe the Wicked Witch of the West was suicidal? She doesn't seem like a happy person. She's this major public figure in the land of Oz, and people are so judgmental. Everybody's always hating on her, and yes, she did bring some of it on herself, but maybe it got to the point where she just couldn't take it anymore, but she didn't have the nerve to actually kill herself. So she thought, you know what? I'm just going to leave this bucket of water out here. I'm going to keep doing what I've been doing. And maybe that pigtailed bitch from Kansas will come over and throw it on me. Like suicide by cop. Maybe that's why I was trying to help the Wicked Witch of the West. Maybe I could sense that she was in distress, and I just wanted to, reach out to another, traveler on this ambivalent rock. But that's hard. That's really hard. I mean, like, hey, I know things seem bad now. They'll get better. Every day you don't have a house dropped on you is a gift from God. Got a lot of people depending on you. Who will look after the flying monkeys? Maybe, on some level, I identify with the Wicked Witch. Maybe I'm more like the Wicked Witch of the West than I'd like to admit. Maybe we all are. Thank you.